Why is it that a man's success is seen as something that is sexy, whereas a woman's success is never really seen that way? Why can a male comedian go out there and when he's successful get a hot chick, but it's not the same for women? It's because men and women look for different things in relationships. I got something from Ali Wong here in the Manosphere Highlights Daily. Let's get straight into it.
You know, I'm very jealous and bitter. See, because when you are a woman with money, power, and respect, your romantic options do not expand.
Exactly, because women are hypergamous. It's always they want do-better syndrome. They want at their level or better.
They decline. That when a man finds any ounce of mainstream success in comedy, they get to date models.
It's a bitter pill to swallow for women.
It's just true. Women that chase their career, chase fame, chase success, they become a prisoner of their own accomplishments. You don't get more romantic options as a woman as you become more successful in your career. Because the thing is, you're weeding out more men. It's hypergamy. And here's an article. Women really do fancy rich men more as scientists find a bigger salary adds 2 to his out of 10 rating, but it looks like not wealth that matters the other way around. Exactly. Because men, we don't care about your money. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. As men, we don't care about your money. We don't care about your career. We don't care about your accolades or your successes. You know what we care about? What's in that mirror? We also care about what's on that scale. That's what we really care about. You ladies are the ones that care about, you know, success and things like this. This is just a list of female comedians. I'm going to keep it a buck. They're all pretty mid. Shots fired! Nikki Glazer's maybe one of the baddest ones. I think that's her right there. But a lot of female comedians, they lack in the looks department, so therefore they had to go form a personality. Seems like a lot of guys do this already innately. Like, we don't really necessarily, you know, not go form a personality. Most guys realize, hey, if I want to get in a girl's pants, I'm going to have to be funny. I'm going to have to do something to get a girl's attention. I'm not the best looking guy. That's something I learned at a very early age. I'm not the best looking dude, so I need to at least be funny if I want to clap.
And in particular, they don't like women with money, power, and respect because they know you can't tell that kind of woman what to do. She's so chill. She doesn't give a about what I do because she's chill. She lets me do whatever I want because she's dead inside. She's chill.
Imagine calling a woman who's submissive and feminine dead inside. This is just a bitter woman who's, I think she's divorced, and she talks about her divorcing her husband.
Never ever wanted to date a man that was chill. Because chill don't pay the bills.
First off, it's not just young men.
Yeah, it's not young men. Older men also want women that are chill. We want women that are, you know, a part of our piece, not a piece of the problem. I think that's where a lot of these women, these like career-driven women that are in the highlights, they just don't qualify for these men because they always want a man that's doing better than them. But it's very tough. A guy that's doing much better than you, if he's good enough for you, he's good enough for a few. Shibananaya should have bought a Honda, put it on a freaking t-shirt. But at the same time, these women want these men, but other women want them too. And if a guy's going to go out there, he's going to get his top pick. He's not going to settle for second or third place. He's going to go out there and get the baddest chick he possibly can. But this chick, Ali Wong, is just, she even says it. She's like, I'm jealous.
I'm very jealous and bitter.
Feeling jealous and bitter.
She's jealous and bitter that she can't go out there and procure the same level of man that a man who's successful can procure the same level of woman. I always say you can look at the woman that a man is with and tell how he feels about himself. A guy that's maybe like a good-looking guy, but he's with a very ugly chick. That's what he sees himself as. But a guy that's with a chick who's bad, that's how he sees himself. Chat, put one in the chat. Do you agree with that? Do you agree that the way a man feels about himself is a direct correlation in how hot the chick he can get?
See, Allie, I think I'm gonna break up with her. Yeah, because she's a boss at work. And so she thinks it's okay to come home and boss me around. Whether she a boss, whether she employed or unemployed, once you get married and have kids, your wife gonna boss you around.
Agreed.
I mean, I don't like this whole boss you around thing. It's not really like really a give and a take in this regard. It's just like, we're just gonna boss you around. I'm not your employee. You ain't paying none of the bills. But this is another thing. This is why I say, at least for me in my corporate career, and chat, put them on the chat if you agree with this. In my corporate career, any female manager I had, they took full advantage of their power position and were typically very rude to guys like me. Like high-performing guys, they were very rude to us. But then any girl who was, like, they would be rude to me. I was a high-performing guy, but then they would be nice to the girl that's underperforming. It's like, what? And most of the time, I would have to work 10x harder than the girl next to me just to get the same level of compliment. It was wild to me. But I see that all the time. A lot of the female managers that I had just abused their power. Chad, have you seen that? Have you seen that happen?
Is a woman, and all women are very good at being extremely unpleasant. You can't tell any woman what to do, so you might as well as pick the bitch that will give you health insurance, okay?
Women have the law on.
Good Lord. Treating a marriage or a partner, like a partnership or a relationship like it's a freaking business deal. You might as well get health insurance out of it. No, find somebody that you actually vibe with. Here's Bill Burr, one of the best.
No, they're relentless. They never stop. And there's no reason for them to stop. You know why? Because you can't hit them. That's what it is. Think about that. There's no physical ramifications for being an asshole when you're a woman. Do you know how much of a dick I would be if it was socially unacceptable to kick the shit out of me?
Exactly. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do anything. And I think women are a protected class, and I don't think they like to admit that. But women, in my opinion, are a protected class. Like, we need to watch out for women. We need to make sure they're taken care of. Oh, is this a clip from Sean Connery? I've seen this one.
I
haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good. I
think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
To give her a good slap?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see,
Sean Connery's like, come here. What'd you say? Did you say that twice when I said only say it once? Oh! That's what I thought. That's that old school thought, bro. I don't know about all that. I don't think putting your hands on anybody's good. I think like a conversation and communication, I think, is what you should do, chat. Don't put your hands on a woman.
Man is not interested in showing me a good time. A lot of my male stand-up comic friends be hooking up with women, beautiful, gorgeous women, through the DMs. It's these dudes who always have 0 followers. Do you know anybody who doesn't know anybody?
Again, women care about status.
Yeah, I don't know why she's so flabbergasted by this. Women care about status, men care about looks. This trope has been around for a very long time. This is nothing new. It's just funny to me that these women think they can go chase a career. And this is why I always say these women are turning into the men they've always wanted to be with. You're attracted to a guy with a career. You're attracted to a guy with success. You're attracted to a guy with money. You're attracted to a guy with a high network of other high-value men. Therefore, you think that we're attracted in that? Or we're attracted to the same thing? What in the actual are you talking about? We're not attracted to that. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Us as men, we're not attracted to your success. We're not attracted to your accolades. You know what we're attracted to? You being fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, no kids, quaint, uplifting, elegant, empathetic, natural, nurturing. Should've and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a freaking t-shirt. That's what we want. And a lot of those things come right out the box. You're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's her. You're born with this stuff. Not a lot of these things you got to go out and learn. Like, maybe take some etiquette courses and things like that, but knowing how to build somebody up, it's not hard. Be a good cheerleader. It's not hard. You know what I mean? And I think it's mainly because navigating the dating scene can be absolutely brutal, but so can dealing with the aftermath of an accident. Have you ever been involved in a personal injury case? Over the years as an image consultant, I've worked with many clients recovering from workplace accidents, car accidents, and more. And I was actually shocked to learn how often people lose their personal injury cases. That's why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida of $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. If you've been injured in an accident, don't wait. You can go visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, to start your free claim today. Y'all know what time it is. Look at him leaning like a cholo, side to side, elbows up. And can we get some freeze in the chat? Loki, free. Oh, y'all got the straight chomp. Y'all got the chomp in there, bro. He really likes this chicken jerky. He's vibing it so hard. Look at him. Majestic creature. He really does dig it.
Upsetting to a person like me, because I think about cheating on my husband. My mom doesn't understand. She can't relate to
Yeah,
these
she's probably traditional.
feelings of wanting to fool around outside of your marriage, because
She's a runner, she's a track star.
she's an immigrant woman who was born in 1940. I, on the other hand, have met the entire cast of the Avengers.
This is pure.
No, you're just a modern woman. That's what it is, honey. You're a modern woman.
This is the 70s.
And what's crazy is she's openly talking about cheating on her husband. Like, are you kidding me? Bro, the shame that has to come with
Life
that.
has changed dramatically in the past 7 years. 7 years ago, I pressured the shit out of my then boyfriend to propose to me. He proposed, we got married. We bought a house, had 2 kids. Fast forward to 7 years later, present day, I'm like, I don't know why I did that. At the time, my future in comedy was looking very uncertain, you know? I was really struggling. Harvard Business School so that I don't end up homeless. But now, I know that I can make it on my own.
That's the red pill truth right here.
If you want to go out and do it, so I better trap this dude who graduated from Harvard Business School. That's what I'm saying. Like, truly sad, bro.
Let's continue.
And then all of a sudden, that somebody reveals a personality trait that you don't like. You could just leave. You didn't fuse your DNA to create human life that will forever ask you, where's daddy? Like you single people, I too was once free, okay? And then like an idiot, I asked this dude to ask me to go to prison. Generally, our society is very unforgiving of women who cheat on their husbands. And at the same time, it's so forgiving of men who cheat. For women, no matter how much money, power, or respect you earn, you are never allowed to behave badly and get away with it. I want to have it all. I want to have a family, a career, and a side piece.
Modern women, I want it all. I want it all, and I want it now. That's the problem, is that these women literally want it all. They want every bit of it. They want the money, the career, the family. It doesn't work like that, bro.
I like it when women cheat, you know, and they'll really turn on you because they feel betrayed, especially if you're a mom. It's too contrary to your wholesome, loving image. Not shocked or surprised, so that you don't abandon me when you see the TMZ video of my face getting fire hosed by Michael B. Jordan.
She's not lying.
Yikes. To me, it's just truly sad that her husband's got to sit there and deal with her talking about this stuff, doing it on a public display. Like, these are the types of women that'll probably die alone. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Like, nobody's gonna come in and want to save this woman now.
Shooting, all of my girlfriends kept on asking me, okay, Allie, on the DL, you gonna hook up with one of your co-stars.
The sisterhood strikes again.
Yep, single women keep women single, bro. And single women give some of the worst advice I've ever seen. Like, some of the worst advice I've ever seen women give.
Attention, guys. These stories are not about average Joes, okay? It's always highly attractive men. And the sisterhood has no problem if one of the sisters hooks up with a highly attractive man. They encourage it. She just told you. Let's take it a step.
Well, now, dude, from what I've seen moms nowadays telling their daughters, go out there and have fun, girl, go. Go to college, have fun, honey. Don't do what I did. Don't get married and have kids. Go out there and have fun. Like, these moms are trying to live vicariously through their runner daughters.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
That's wild to me. Absolutely wild to me. If Cass and I have kids, I'm going to teach my son. Well, first of all, I'm going to raise my daughter and my son completely different. And chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think daughters need to be raised completely different than boys. Like, from the ages of like 0 to 5, you love them unconditionally. This is a Jordan Peterson thing. From like 6 to 15, you work them like an absolute dog. And then 15 to 18, you get them ready for the real world. Same thing goes for both children, right? But I don't necessarily want to work my daughter like a dog. I do want to, put her to work and let her understand what it takes to run a household and to be in a good relationship. But I want both of my kids to learn etiquette. And for me, being raised up in a poor family, I never really learned etiquette. I never learned where to put the fork. I never learned how to sit down. I never learned how to put on a tie, wear a suit. These are all things I had to teach myself. And I feel like when you teach kids etiquette, it gives them a sense of pride within themselves, that when they go out and they're comfortable and they're confident, they feel a sense of pride, and other people can see that in them. And then they approach them and go, wow, you're so confident. Your kid's so mature. And that's what I think a lot of people miss out on these days, is that parents don't teach their kids any etiquette. They stick a freaking screen in front of their face and say, hey, leave me alone. I'm going to go watch TV. You go play your freaking iPad. Cass and I, if we do have kids, no iPads. We're not doing any of that. Absolutely. Like, chat, do you agree with that? Do you agree that like kids shouldn't be addicted to freaking screens at the age of 6 and 7 years old? I see these kids from like 5 to 6 to 7 addicted to screens. They got phones. They got iPads. They're watching TV all day. And I've talked about this before, but it kills all creativity when you just stick a kid in front of a screen. I do not think that kids should be just like freaking addicted to these screens. Like, it's just crazy to me. I saw this clip on Twitter and it absolutely cracked me up. Switching gears big time.
I am so sorry. Like, that is so gross. That is so embarrassing. I am so sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. I have a 3-year-old son. I have seen.
Ew, you have kids?
Ooh, you have kids? He just ripped a straight squealer, bro. He just ripped a straight squealer. Oh my god. This chick right here is unreal.
The strip, the Spanish deal, the meal. All of this, what I'm gonna order, you can do this to go.
To go?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then I'm gonna get some for my 12-year-old because he eat like a man. So I get the fries. And then I might want to get something for me to eat tomorrow.
Am I crazy? That's a lot to go. You might as well go. That's too much. I can't. And this is our first date. Ain't trying to be funny. This is our first date. I'm not taking care of your children. Am I crazy or she crazy? I mean, I'm just talking. Am I crazy or she crazy?
She's not trying to get it.
It's our first date. Do I supposed to take care of her children?
I'm not getting it.
Look, I don't give a damn. Where you from? I'm so sorry. We need to talk about it. We need to time out. Keep the other stuff we ordered, but we're going to time out on the 15 to go order.
Okay.
I didn't know you had kids. You didn't tell me you had kids.
Okay. I'll be back.
Yeah,
What's so wild to me is this woman's looking at him like, you're crazy. What are you talking about? This is normal. The fact that she had the gusto to come in there and order 10 to-go meals for her 3 kids, bro. These modern women got to be stopped, bro. These modern women got to be stopped. That's absolutely wild to me. We saw a video the other day where this chick had 3 kids talking about she's demanding all this from a man. Ladies, if y'all got 3 kids and you ain't got a husband, oof, your marketplace value is so low at this point. I say that having kids, in chat, let me know your philosophy on this. Let me know in the comments. So I believe that when you have a child, it cuts your rating in half. I base the rating, you can base it off of just superficiality or just physical looks, but it really comes down to RMV and SMV. relationship marketplace value and sexual marketplace value. Let's use like a corn star, for instance. Has a sexual marketplace value of probably a 10 because she probably knows what she's doing, but her relationship value marketplace value is probably like a 1, so she gets a 5 overall. You take a girl who's a virgin who's hot, that's a 10 and a 10, right? She's a 10, and you average those two numbers together between relationship marketplace value and sexual marketplace value. So a girl that's got a lot of bodies, her relationship marketplace value is going to be down no matter how hot she is. I also think that when you have kids, so you average those numbers together, and when you have kids, you cut that in half. Because let's be honest, most guys aren't going out there looking for stepmoms. I've never heard one of my buddies say, dude, where are the hot single moms, dude? Where are they at? Nobody's looking for y'all. It's no man's land. Nobody's looking for y'all. That's the problem. And a lot of these women think that other men are looking for them. They want the next man to pay a higher price than the last guy paid. You gave him your womb and you want me to come in and save these kids? I ain't got a cape on, chat. Do we got a cape? That's what I freaking thought. No capes around here. I'm not the Cape Crusader, bro. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Loki, did you have a good time? I had a great time, Father. That's good. Well, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to go to LeviNichs.com for all your merch needs, ebook needs, and then go book a one-on-one chat with me if you need some relationship advice, looks maxing advice, content creation advice, whatever it is. I got your back like a chiropractor. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.